kind of in fourth down territory here. Is Iolani going to go for it? Ball at the 36. Going to go trips up top here. Here's Jonah Chong. Looks to his right, fires this one. This will be complete. It's going to be a first down catch there from Jonah Miyazawa.
Yeah, that time they zoned back with some people for Damien back deep, and that basically left that under area open for the first down yardage right there.
So double wides here, high snap. Chong will reach up for it. Quick handoff to Nishigaya. Nishigaya again to the left side. Man.
Yeah, Nishigaya, a very good runner, knows how to take advantage of broken play situations. Take another look at it, courtesy Geico. Timing not quite there, but sometimes it can work in your favor if you know how to follow your big guys up front.
Here's Chong, looks to his left. Oh, almost tipped up that time, falls incomplete. Kamana had to reach back to his right side. Luckily, it fell incomplete.
Yeah, Chong looking at that one all the way into Kamana. Kind of clued it in.
So 3rd and 5 here, 11:15 on the clock here in the second quarter. Nishigai to the right. Chong slips this one in. So be complete to Kamana, and I think they'll give him enough. They'll move the sticks. Another First Hawaiian Bank first down here for Iolani.
Kamana, 6'1", 172-pound junior. Seems to have the same kind of deep reach that his father could.
So the give here to Nishigaya. Now has some room. Slips to his left. Shuffles. Gets the first down. Inside the 10 all the way to the 6-yard line. Good run of 12 there for Mr. Kawa Nishigaya.
Great vision on this. And watch this. Comes inside, comes outside. Good blocking to seal off the interior of that Damien defensive wall. And the rest is all Nishigaya.
This doesn't even go by Chong. Chong will have to lie on this one. And definitely just the snaps on the center has been an issue here for Iolani.
Yeah, it certainly has. But in a situation like this, granted, you don't want to see this kind of thing happen, but by the same token, this kind of opens up the field a little bit in front of Iolani in this situation.
So empty set here for Chong on second down. Has time. Oh, ball is tipped up that time. Nice defense. As just putting up his palms on that one. Believe that's Arechi.
Yeah, Chong really had nowhere to go with that particular pass. That time, Damien defense doing a good job picking up his receivers on that one.
So 10:08 here for Iolani in the second quarter. Here on third down, puts a man in motion. Chong takes a snap, fires this one to the corner. Falls incomplete. Jonah Minazawa was the intended receiver there.
Yeah, they tried to bring Suzuki across the formation, try and see if they could change the strength of the formation, try and throw the defensive coverage off on this one, but the Damien defender is not going to have anything to do with it.
So Iolani yet to get into the end zone here, and they're going to bring out their kicker, Mika Makekau. Set up at the 25, so it'll be a 35-yard kick here from the left hash. Makekau's kick is up, and I think that's no good.
Nope, it's well short.
So Damien holds Iolani's offense here out of the end zone again, as the Monarchs will take the ball back over here at the 20.
Ball arced a little too much on that one, a little too early.
So this is definitely going to be an important drive here for the Monarchs to gain some momentum here if they can get another score on this drive. So Holtz will go under center here. Sulu will dot the I as he'll get the carry here as he'll dive forward for a pickup of 4 on the play.
Good, strong surge by that offensive line of Damien to open up some holes and just clear up some space and give Sulu some running room.
So after a 4-yard gain, Holtz again will go under center. Sulu will dot the I. As again, Sulu now to the right side finds a little bit more success here. Going to get close to that marker to the 30-yard line, and they're going to say yes. First down here for Damien.
Yeah, Monarchs did a good job sealing off the corner that time. Island Insurance second view. Yep, they definitely went and masked everybody to the middle, cut off the corner, and that's all Sulu had to do.
Sulu a third time. This time will be brought down and met that by Tom Tapinka. No gain on that play there for Sulu.
Yeah, that time there was a little exchange problem in the backfield. Otherwise, Sulu might have broken that for another 5, 6, 7 yards, perhaps. Sometimes that little bit of hesitation in the backfield when the quarterback hands off can sometimes tie you up back there, and you can't get what you want to get. But whole point is just get behind the big boys and just try and see what you can get.
So now they go with the fake here. Holtz rolls out, pass complete. Logan Lauti gets the first down and another 5 yards. So a nice gain of 15 on the play.
You know, normally when you have two receivers in the same area, that's usually a broken type of pass pattern situation. But what happened here was they simply had both receivers out there running up this field, and then they just made that nice little break to the middle, and then Iolani's defense had to make a choice, and basically they made the choice that they made to try and take the guy to the inside and left the outside receiver wide open for that pass completion. Very well designed play.
So 8:19 here in the second quarter. Damien up 6-3. Holtz finds some open space on the right side, gets the first down, and will finally get pushed out of bounds. And Iolani territory to the 36-yard line. Great run there from Jake Holtz.
Yeah, we'll watch it again here. Good vision, though. Ran most everybody off to the left-hand side, saw the right-hand side come open, saw the green field open, figured, yeah, why not? What the heck? It's there.
8:09 here as Holtz will come up under center here. Sulu will get the carry here, will get tripled up over there. But another 2-yard gain here as the Monarchs are moving the football against this Iolani defense.
Yeah, you could see Sulu hesitate for just 1 instance out there, and that's what makes the difference in that particular play. Made it look a little slow to develop, and that's why he got there and only got, 3 yards out of it when he could have got maybe 5 or 6.
So Holtz with fakes, fires this one, passes complete to Arechi. Penalty came as soon as he threw the football. They're going to make Arechi get to the 29-yard line, but let's see what the penalty is about here.
In the meantime, though, when you have Sulu and you have that front wall of Damien being able to establish the run the way they have here and there and so forth, it allows you to be able to come out the outside and drop off to other receivers. The defense has to kind of hesitate a little bit.
Offense, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Down remains 3.
So here's a holding penalty here for the Monarchs. We'll bring some kind of stoppage here to this offensive drive here for the Monarchs.
And again, you can see it sometimes when you want to run that kind of blocking angle, what can happen sometimes, somebody's arm goes out the wrong way and then you get caught in that situation.
So here's Jake Holtz. Going to be out of the gun. Sulu to his left. Double wides. Here on 2nd and long. Holtz trying to find some open space here. Roll to his right will be tripped up for a loss in the backfield. Kyler Mento able to trip him up alongside with Lanaki Lape.
That was just a very good coverage sack, basically. Holtz had nowhere to go with the ball on that one. Iolani had all his receivers smothered out there. Dead guys dropped off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys that are dropped off at least 5 to 7 yards off the line of scrimmage, giving them all kind of cushion in front of them. Keep those receivers in front and smother them.
So going to be 3rd down and long here for the Monarchs. To the 21. Holtz fires over the middle, tipped, and it's going to be caught over the middle for the first down. Jarvis Natividad, right place, right time, tipped up, caught, first down, Damien.
Better lucky than good sometimes. That time, Holtz doing a very good job reading the underneath receiver, wanting to go to him. And then the tip drill up there, and very good poise by the receiver for Damien Natividad. Wide receiver, defensive back, 5'10", 175, just a junior.
So 1st and 10 at the 20, as they'll bring Arechi on the sweep, as Arechi will get about a yard here.
But you know what, Chad, when you're a defensive back, you're sometimes taught in drills that, of course, you have that first defensive back tip plays volleyball with it. Then the second one is supposed to pick it off. You get used to that. If you're playing 2 ways for Damien, you're going to get used to something like that. So when you see that ball come up, your automatic reflex, of course, by practice, is going to want to go get that ball. So
Holding. Number 74, offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Down remains 1.
So a holding penalty is going to go against Sila Kavai. Sunia. That'll move the Monarchs back, and some of the Monarchs fans are not appreciative of that call there. So they're going to move them back. First down here in 21.
2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Double wides. Holtz puts Sulu in motion there. Sulu finally comes down with it. So get some of that penalty yardage back.
Yeah, that time trying to just basically get it to one of their better open field runners, which is what Sulu is more than anything else. And basically what they were looking for is to try to find some green spot, try and get him with a few just defenders where maybe he can juke his way past them and get some major yardage out of it.
So 5:27 now, moving fastly here in this second quarter. Arechi is put in motion. Holtz will fire, pass complete to Lauti. Lauti caught or tackled as soon as he catches the football. Micah Kamat there on the defense there for Iolani.
Yeah, dragging Arechi across the formation like the way they did toward the left-hand side is what opened up that seam pattern to allow for this completion.
3rd and 3 here for the Monarchs. Has held on to the ball for about 3 minutes now. Here's the Holt. Holt fires to his left. Great defensive play that time by the cornerback, number 22, Trevor Kahn, tipping it out of the hands.
Basic hook pattern here by the receiver for Damien. Just hooking back, trying to drive back to the ball, but a very good defensive effort, as you say.
So the Monarchs will bring out their special teams unit here as Christian Souza is set up perfectly in the center of the field. They're going to set up at the 21, so make it a 31-yard attempt here. Await the snap from Arechi. Arechi's hold is good, and the kick is no good. Line drive goes to the right. And as we take a break here, Damien up on top, 6-3 here on the Division I ILH football here on Stadium Star Sports.
Every guardsman knows the call. It's a soldier's battle cry, handed down through generations. It's an expression of morale, encapsulating the spirit of the warrior ethos. It has many meanings, but when it's spoken, the message is clear, heard, understood, acknowledged. Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Chaz Mihar, Al Murakami, Ryan Nagano here for our second game of our triple header, excuse me, as we have the Monarchs and Iolani here on the field as Punahou just entered the stadium here, as Punahou will be taking on St. Louis after the completion of this game. As here's Iolani now with Nishigaya on first down on the run. Oh, little collision there, but he'll get a good 5 yards here on the play. He met with Kevin Edwards there for Damien.
Simple counterplay that time for Nishigaya, just basically trying to create a crease for him and just trying to give him some running room there.
4:28 to go. Iolani still has all 3 timeouts here, but we do have a ref. Our referees are meeting to the right of Iolani's offensive line here. Let's see what Marshall Harvest has to say.
There's no flag on the play.
So I guess Marshall Harvest picked up the flag fast enough to where I didn't see it. So apparently there was a flag, but after the discussion, they pick it up. So now it's going to be 2nd down and 4. Here's Chong with trips to the near side. Handoff goes to Nishigaya. Nishigaya will get met that time by Fosi Ulima, leading the Monarchs there to hold him down.
Nice cutback play that time by Nishigaya that time. See it again here. Yes, a very good quick step to the outside to be able to do that and avoid the first contact.
So we have stoppage here as Eddie Kleneski looking very upset with his defense there as they take a timeout. So will we. You're watching Division I ILH football here on Stadium Star Sports.
Timeout, Damien. The second timeout of the half. TV timeout.
Back here at Aloha Stadium, Chaz Mihar, Al Murakami, Ryan Nagano here on the call. Just so happy to be back here on Stadium Star Sports. 2 nights of football. We also watched the UH football team, unfortunately unable to come out with the victory against Army, falling 28-21. That kickoff was actually at 6 a.m. Were you up at that time, Al?
Not really.
We were both getting our beauty sleep there.
Mm-hmm.
But indeed, just a lot of great afternoon of football with St. Francis and Pac-5 earlier, as St. Francis was the victors in that one, improving to 4-0 on the season. As Damien and Iolani are battling here, as here in Division 1. These 2 teams are really fighting for that playoff spot, so this is a very important matchup here for both of these teams. As here's Iolani on 3rd down. Pass from Chong is going to be complete here to Kamana. And let's see if they're going to give him enough. They do. 1st down here for Iolani. Move the sticks.
Did that right in front of Damien's Kellen Robbins Bierce, who only goes 5'10" against a 6'1" Carter Kamana. That's giving away quite a bit of altitude, you might say.
Oh, nice read option here from Chong with Nishigaya. Will take the ball out at the last second. We'll get a good 7-8 yards.
Yeah, he kind of got lost a little bit inside there.
So this one goes to Nishigaya on the left side. As it'll take 2 to 3 Monarchs to bring him down, but another first down as Iolani, 2 first downs here, moving the sticks. So double wides here for Chong. Nishigaya will go the other way this time. And, you know, I think Iolani has been doing a good job of doing the things that they're doing offensively, but I do think the Monarchs have also stepped up on defense and, as, like you said earlier, took those opportunities when they had them.
Yeah, what Iolani is doing right now, though, is they're just doing a very good job of basically just, with the counter plays they started out with on the top of this drive, now they have Damien kind of guessing a little bit at the line of scrimmage, trying to figure out which way Nishigaya wants to go with the ball, though.
So they're able to stop him there for it's going to bring up a 3rd and 3. 2:17 and counting here in the second quarter. Chong takes 2 claps, so finally get the snap. Looks to his right, fires. This will be complete to Jonah Mizawa. And they'll get a first down, and they'll stop the clock momentarily.
And this is just trying to get around the defense of Damien that time, just trying to get the ball out into open territory and give their skilled athletes a chance to try and make some broken field plays.
So here's Nishigaya, still on his feet, will finally fall forward. And another 5 yards here. And boy, Nishigaya is just a tough runner and just runs with so much speed.
It's not just that. He has good vision. He knows how to find that cutback lane, and they're intentionally doing that right now as far as the Iolani blocking is concerned.
So Chong will fake, will fire this into Kamana. Kamana will get enough for the first down, and right now Iolani is rolling here on offense, moving against this defense of the Monarchs.
You can see how they influenced the Monarchs' defense, though, with the presence of Nishigaya on that last play-action fake, and that's basically what they're looking to do here. Have Nishigaya run some cutbacks,
Damien,
run some counter plays, and so forth, and try and draw the defense up to that, make them hesitate so that when Chong goes to that play-action fake, he's able to find people like Kamana. Kamana being 6'1", 6'2" in that particular range, you know, it makes it that much easier to try and slice open things and open other places for other people, because if you as you develop the time off the play action fake, then you have time to look around and basically find other people off Kamana one way or another, because Kamana is eventually going to start drawing more and more double team attention.
Yeah, I think Iolani has, again, they always do a good job of reloading. I mean, their core of receivers, they have so much weapons, not only with Kamana, but Miyazawa, also Ishikawa, also Manuel as well. I mean, they just have a lot of tools, but again, I think you nailed it on the nose where they start with Kamana and they start to expand from there.
Mm-hmm. And of course, balance off with Nishigaya.
So now 1st and 10 here after the timeout for Damien. As Nishigaya again on cue will get the carry. We'll get to the 20-yard line. Pickup of 4. 1:13 to go. Iolani still has all 3 timeouts left. As they go in a hurry up here, Jonah Chong will take the snap. Steps back, shuffles. Will throw to Nishigaya. Nishigaya does a good job of going to the football, but unable to get any yards after that.
Good job by Chong, though, trying to find somebody looking around, but Damien had most of his deep receivers covered on that one, so he had nowhere to go, really, but to Nishigaya on that time. They basically Damien just basically played back one-on-one on the Iolani receivers and basically said, you know what, Chong, pick your poison, pal.
As Iolani will take their first timeout here of the first half, trailing Damien 6-3 there you see on our score. And you know, as we're starting to slowly get into getting ready to the halftime here, it's been a low-scoring affair, and I think the key thing for that is I think both sides' defenses has done the job here on stopping both offensives here this afternoon.
Well, the other side of it is Iolani has a very young team. These are players that are still trying to get used to it. You got a whole bunch of juniors, freshmen, sophomores. He has very few seniors on this team to provide them with some good, solid senior leadership per se, to begin with. So some of these young men are probably still adapting to this particular level of play versus when you play at the intermediate JV level where things are just a tad slower. It's not as quick, not as fast. The terminology is not as complex compared to the varsity level.
So here we go, 3rd and 9 here. As they go empty set. Trips up top here for Chong. Chong will step back. Will fire this one over the middle. Nice catch. Kamana gets the first down. Will stop the clock at 45 seconds. And Iolani knocking on the door here as they're trying to hurry it up. Nishigaya will get to the right here of Chong. No timeouts left here for the Monarchs. Chong looking, will step to his left, will fire to the corner. As this will hit the first, that first row near us in the bleachers, will fall incomplete.
Yeah, well, when you have a receiver who's 6'1" and has the athletic ability of a Carter Kamana, of course, you're basically always going to want to look at there first. But he has some other receivers out there that he can obviously take advantage of if you're Chong that time. See if he does it here.
Here's 2nd down and 10. Trips up top. Chong fires to Nishigaya on the right side as Nishigaya gets out of bounds, but after a pickup of 4 yards here, clock stops at 23.
And again, Damien basically trying to take away all the other options, and they come underneath the Nishigaya. Nishigaya can break a few yards and get a few scores for you if you're not careful how you defend against him too.
So trips to the near side here, 23 seconds to go. Chong looks, fires over the middle to the end zone. Let's see, that's Kamana, he's in. Touchdown Iolani. Finally gets Kamana for his 5th receiving touchdown on the season. Will get Iolani the lead here with 16 seconds left to go.
Finding a 6'1" receiver downfield should be relatively easy if you're Chong, of course, which is the whole idea. The other thing is you gotta like that pass pattern he went out on, made famous by San Jose State.
Mika Makekau will get a leg into this one. This is up and it is good. So it's 16 seconds left to go before we head into the locker rooms for the half. Iolani gets their first score up 10-6.
Yeah, you can see what they did. They basically dragged Kamana along the goal line there. Saw that for the first time here in Aloha Stadium. In fact, in that very end zone with San Jose State, they basically would drag a receiver across that goal line, either slightly in front of it or just behind it, basically, and force you to have to cover that in that way.
And you know, as now we're getting into the half, definitely a lot of adjustment needs to be made. But what do you think both coaches are going to have to kind of clean up here in the second half?
Well, they're going to have to work on the center snap, obviously, if you're Iolani. You've been shooting yourself in the foot a couple of times. They've settled down somewhat, though, since that time, basically. The other thing is, though, you need to figure out what you're going to do about that quarterback for the Damien Monarchs, though. I mean, when you're 6'3", you're going to have a very easy time to basically look downfield, but he's not exactly having the kind of time, though, so you need to maybe increase the rush. Don't give him time to be able to look downfield, but he has just enough mobility where he can bounce us some time, and at 6'3", have good vision to be able to find the open receiver downfield, have the legs and has the arm, especially try and drive it downfield. So it's going to be interesting to see how they adjust to that.
So Sevilla on the return here for the Monarchs. Breaks one tackle, spins the other way, but here comes the rest of the Red Raiders to bring him down to the 18-yard line. And with 7 seconds left, the Monarchs come back out possibly for one play.
Yeah, they tried to build a wall toward the left-hand side of the field that time, toward the Honolulu sideline, to try and see if they could establish an express lane for the return man that time. They weren't able to, though.
So the Monarchs will come up here as Holtz will be under center, as Eddie Kleneski will be safe on just taking a knee. going to get the adjustments heading into the locker room here. But Iolani up on top 10-6 with a late score to get the lead.
Yeah, basically what Damien has to do, though, is they got to tighten up that defense just a little bit, because when the defense is able to tighten things up, make a mess in back there for Nishigaya and Chong and company, and then basically for the most part, I like what they're doing, but right now they're still able to find Kamana downfield. They need to figure out how are they going to combat a 6'1" wide receiver with that kind of athletic ability.
Well, for Al Murakami, I'm Chaz Mihar. We head into the halftime. Division I ILH football when we return here on Stadium Star Sports.
Clock.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and thank you for joining for Damien Memorial School's homecoming game. It is now time to recognize Damien Memorial School's 2018 homecoming court. Introducing middle school court, Ian Kamau Waikiki and Raiatea Campbell. Prince Ian is the son of Warren and Jessica Kamau Waikiki. Ian's life inspiration is his mom, because she helps him get through a lot of things. His Damien inspiration is his counselor, Miss Erica Chun, because she is so helpful and hardworking. His main hobby is playing football, and his dream job is to play in the NFL. Princess Raiatea is the daughter of Noah and Kaulani Campbell and sister of sophomore Heavenly Campbell. Her life inspiration is her mom, because even though she has hard times, she gets through it. Her Damien inspiration is sister, because even though she's an overachiever, she still wants to be more than she is right now. Her main hobby is volleyball, and her dream job is to become a doctor. Introducing freshman court, Johnny Beetham and Emma Flores. Prince Johnny is the son of John and Cecilia Beetham, cousin of Michael Sipili, class of 2006, and David Tuia Sosopo, class of 2016, and nephew of Anna Tuia Sosopo, class of 1981, and Mulipa Laulua, class of 1981. Johnny says his family are his life inspirations because they're the one he relies on and are around the most. His Damien inspiration is Coach Eddie Williams, because he always pushes him to be a better player and person. His main hobby is anything that has to do with the group, because he says he is bad at doing things as an individual. His dream job is to become something that transcends the job description. Princess Emma is the daughter of Mark Flores, class of 1983, and Tammy Flores, as well as sister of Christian Flores, class of 2009, Austin Flores, class of 2011, Bo Flores, class of 1981, and Dylan Flores, class of 2014. Her life inspiration are her parents, because they push her to do her best and support her in everything. Her Damien inspiration is Mrs. Pye, because she always